What is up, budget billers, and happy Friday. My name is Trill, and today we have some shocking news out of Washington that I want to share with you guys. But we have multiple stories coming out today, including the Omicron variant is now in 36 U.S. states, as well as we have information on what this means for you and your family. Also, we have information of what the former President Donald Trump is pushing in Congress. This might be a shock to most of you guys. And we have some new information regarding Senator Joe Manchin and him not wanting to support the child tax credits in the massive $2 trillion social spending bill. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it today. But now on this channel, we do cover everything in regards to daily news updates, which includes the fourth stimulus package update, politics, the stock market, cryptocurrency, as well as news around the world, and especially topics related to putting more money back into your pockets. Now, we typically have videos come out every single day, and sometimes we have even more than one. But before we get started, hey, if you are interested in those topics, be so kind to hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. Now let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Okay guys, starting off today with some not so great news. Student loan payments are actually set to restart over on February the 1st. Now, as it says right here, for nearly 2 years, most student loan borrowers have been spared the obligation of making payments on their student loan balances. Now, their interest rates has also been frozen as well, and the millions of people that are in default, collection calls have actually stopped. Now, this is in regards to the actual pandemic that started around March of 2020, in which the federal government stated that they were going to put a pause on all student loan payments. Now, that officially ends this February in 2022, as President Joe Biden's administration had promised that the payment process will actually restart for 41 million Americans in the month of February. And here we are, just 2 months away from that actually starting. Now, the White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, said last week during a press conference that more details about how the restart will work will be released in the coming weeks. The Education Department said in a statement this past Wednesday. Now, some borrowers have been hoping that the pause on payments would actually be extended past February, but so far that has not happened. So again, guys, you got to be prepared if you do still have student loans that those will be restarting on February the 1st, unless they are able to extend it in the massive $2 trillion social spending bill. But so far, that is not even included in the negotiations, but it could very well be included here later on, but we'll just have to see, guys. Now, in other news, the Omicron variant is now in more than 36 states, including every state around Alabama. I'm not sure why they put that in this article, but the Omicron variant of COVID-19 has been reported in 36 states, not 33. This article is a little bit old, but in now 36 states. Now, no cases have been reported in Alabama, but have been found in Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, and Tennessee. The first U.S. case was actually identified on December the 1st in California, which was less than a month after it was actually found in Africa on December the 11th. Now, researchers indicate that the Omicron variant could be more transmissible than the current Delta variant that remains the dominant strain in the United States. And Omicron makes up about 3% of all sequenced COVID-19 cases in the U.S. so far. And as of December the 10th, there was only one hospitalization and no deaths among the initial 43 Omicron COVID cases detected in the U.S. But there are still more than 189 cases so far and still counting. But in other Omicron news, we have right here, Omicron infects 70 times faster than the previous COVID strains, according to a new study. And it says that while the COVID-19 Omicron variant infects the human body 70 times faster than previous coronavirus strains, the infections appear to be less severe. So that is some positive news about this Omicron variant, and I hope it stays that way. But they also discovered that the Omicron infection in the lungs was significantly lower than the initial COVID-19 strain, which may be an indicator of lower disease severity, according to a statement from the university. Now, this strain replicated in human lung tissue at a rate that was more than 10 times lower than the original COVID-19 strand, which suggests that it may cause less severe illnesses. Michael Chan, which is the lead researcher on this particular study, noted that the virus replication is not the only factor that determines disease transmissibility. Now, as I said, guys, this new Omicron variant was first detected in South Africa. And right here, we can see that since then, Africa has seen an 83% surge in COVID-19 cases in the past week alone. Africa is experiencing its fastest surge in COVID-19 cases this year in 2021, with a number of up to 83% in just the last week, although the deaths still remain to be low. Now, the spike in cases is driven by the Delta and the Omicron variants, in which the WHO said in a statement the number of new COVID-19 cases on the continent is currently doubling every 5 days, the shortest time frame reported this year. Now, we do have some bad news coming to the United States, because according to the Dr. Anthony Fauci, he says that the Omicron variant will soon become the dominant COVID variant in the U.S. And he urges people to get vaccinated as well as get their booster shots. Anthony Fauci said that this is the most transmissible virus of COVID that we have had to deal with thus far, and it will soon become the dominant here in the U.S. That's one thing that we do know. Now, Fauci told a virtual U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation audience this week. Now, he says that he urges people to still get vaccinated because there are still a lot of people that have not been inoculated against COVID, and those are eligible for a booster shot receive those doses as well. Now, he did describe the Omicron variant as a threat in the front of us right now. He said when you look at the pace of the infections right now, things will get worse as we get into the depth of this winter. And with Omicron breathing down our backs, those could get really bad, particularly for those who are unvaccinated. Now, I know some of you don't agree with Anthony Fauci and what he says in relation to the COVID-19 variant, and that is okay, guys, but I'm just reading to you this article that was published in regards to the Omicron variant spreading in more than 36 states in this country, and that particular virus strain will become the most dominant in the U.S. So I just wanted to make you guys clear on that information. And as a result of the new Omicron variant, Apple has temporarily closed about 3 stores because of the COVID-19 concerns in these particular locations. Now, the closures stem from the rising COVID-19 cases and exposures among employees at their stores. Now, it says that Apple stores at Brickell City Center in Miami, Florida is closed through at least Thursday, according to the company's retail website. One store located in Ontario and another store in Maryland are also closed through at least Friday. And this is because of some concerns regarding COVID-19. Now, he said that we regularly monitor conditions and we will adjust our health measures to support the well-being of customers and employees. We remain committed to comprehensive approach for our teams that combines regular testing with daily health checks, employee and customer masking, deep cleaning, and paid sick leave. So I want to point out to you that they did say that they are giving their employees paid sick leave. And that is not just for the people that were infected with the virus, but also for those affected by the closures of these 3 particular Apple stores. Also in the news, Apple has decided to postpone their employees returning back to the Apple headquarters in California. That was some breaking news that came out yesterday as well. Now, guys, it's time for some stimulus update news. And we want to start off with right here. The former President Trump's Republican allies are eager to kick out Mitch McConnell as the GOP leader. According to this article, Mitch McConnell is facing a frontal assault from pro-Trump Republicans that are eager to unseat him as the Senate's GOP leader. Now, the Kentuckian has long been viewed viewed as the most powerful Republican in Congress, a figure many in the party have feared turning into an enemy. His endurance has allowed him to reshape the Supreme Court and to dictate much of the national political agenda for over a decade. Now, taking on Mitch McConnell risks not only triggering his wrath in the Capitol, but making candidate critics vulnerable to targeting by his ample supply of campaign cash. And you guys know that money rules the world. Now, the challengers have been emboldened by Donald Trump and has lambasted McConnell, giving them both political and financial cover. Now, what is wrong with the broken old crow, which is the nickname that former President Trump called Mitch McConnell several times in the past? He said that he's hurting the Republican senators and the Republican Party. That's what Donald Trump said. And we will vote him out of leadership very soon. Now, they said that it is time for a new America First leadership in the Senate, echoing a Trump theme that has been previously echoed in the chamber. Now, I will say this is pretty interesting, as Senator Mitch McConnell has not really been a pro-Trump supporter over the past 4 years. He has been pretty much staying on the fence line, but he has always voted for his Republican Party, even though it was more of Donald Trump himself. But right now, Mitch McConnell, and in the past, he has not been in support of the election fraud that has been pushed by the Trump administration as well as his allies. And also, McConnell has actually helped the Democrats in passing the debt ceiling increase, as well as helping them with the reconciliation bill. Not to its fullest extent, but with the filibuster and that thing right there. And so Donald Trump has lashed out several times against Mitch McConnell for voting and helping the Democrats in helping them pass the social spending bill as well as the bipartisan bill. So the former president Donald Trump is now pushing to have Mitch McConnell kicked out from being the top leader in Congress on the Republican side. I want to know what you guys think about this. If you think that he will be successful or not, in which getting Mitch McConnell to be voted out. Personally, I don't think that's going to happen. Mitch McConnell has a lot of power. And right now they are investigating the January 6th insurrection, in which all this new information that has been coming out recently, which is showing about the text messages as well as the information and the PowerPoint presentation on the actual attack, which came out several days before January 6th. Mitch McConnell stated in a statement on Thursday that he is curious and interested in seeing the information that comes from the January 6th insurrection, the actual investigation on that matter. So guys, Mitch McConnell is going to have to watch his back right now, as these pro-Trump supporters are coming for him. And I don't know how pretty it's going to be, but he needs to watch his back if he wants to keep his job. Also, guys, President Biden and Senator Joe Manchin are still deadlocked on the length of the Build Back Better agenda, or the Build Back Better plan, as well as the actual programs that are included in this particular bill. Right now, they are both locked in disagreement over how long programs in the Build Back Better agenda should be funded. People familiar with the matter told Axios. Now, the impasse all but guarantees the Senate will delay a vote on the $1.75 trillion spending package until 2022. It also is an indication that President Biden is willing to hold out for a bigger deal, as opposed to a faster one that is going to be passed by Christmas. Now, the president told the senator during a call on Monday that he didn't want to budge from his plan to fund some of the programs for 1 year and others for at least 10 years. Now, Senator Manchin was equally clear before negotiating which individual programs should survive. He wants to agree to common denominator for those funding terms. Now, Biden wants to focus on the numerator, the top line cost of each program, regardless of how long they actually will last. But projecting the cost of those particular programs over the same time span, which is 10 years, is typical government projection, allows for apples to apples comparison of their true cost. Now, these particular programs also has a political effect of raising the overall price tag of the social spending bill. And Manchin insists on using the same time horizons, showing just how far the two sides have to travel to achieve this particular deal. Now, his office declined to comment on the specifics of their conversations between Biden and Joe Manchin. And the White House official said that the president and Senator Joe Manchin's deal with each other in good faith and their calls have been constructive and friendly. I don't know if that gives the American people pretty much evidence that this bill is actually going to get passed by Christmas Day. Do you guys think this information right here in this article says that? It just doesn't give me the feeling that they are actually going to have enough votes, which includes Joe Manchin, in order to pass this bill by Christmas, or at least by the end of this year on December the 31st. It looks like they still don't have enough information, as well as the negotiations continue to go on every day. So guys, I don't think this bill is going to pass, but we still need to get more information. And so far, Senator Joe Manchin has yet to say that he is willing to step in and be with his party, the Democrats, and support this massive social spending bill. Now, it says that Joe Manchin, he negotiates over the size and the scope of Biden's social spending bill, and he insists that he is not trying to bend his party to meet his priorities. He says that he simply wants to be clear about his own position with this particular bill. And he also said that I don't think I am asking anyone to move further without me. I want people to understand where I am coming from. And he asked if Biden is moving closer to him on the spending package, and Manchin said, I wouldn't say that. So yes, guys, like I said, I don't think they have his support just yet. But right here it says that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer continues to insist that a deal can be achieved by Christmas. But senators are growing skeptical about his ambitious timeline. And we've seen how things have gone in the past in regards to stimulus checks, in regards to passing a stimulus bill, in regards to getting more stimulus checks to the American people, in regards to passing the child tax credits, in regards to including the family and medical leave in the social spending bill. We have seen all of these things don't necessarily turn out to be approved by the timeline in which Chuck Schumer has actually proposed. So, do we think that this social spending bill will actually get passed by Christmas? Well, if we look at what's been done in the past, I would say no. But guys, we will just have to see on how all of this turns out. And I'm sure we will get more news coming out on this Friday, which is today, as well as over the weekend. But I will keep you guys posted in the meantime. Hey, but anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.